Hello, alien. How do I hold you in the least awkward way? Is that just weird? Is that less weird? Not just extra weird. Hey guys, welcome back to the mothership. Look who has decided to join us, our good old friend. He has returned. He was on a long trip in space, but he is back. In my last video, I asked you guys to let me know if you wanted to see more lip product DIYs, and so here we go. I recently came across this lip product called a lip powder by the brand RiRe. It's essentially just a powder, and then once you apply it to your lips, it turns into a liquid, then dries to a matte finish. I did some research into powder products, and it basically said that the point of them is that they take longer to expire, and on top of that, they don't have the extra chemicals that are used to bind together the ingredients. It's basically supposed to be better for you because it has less ingredients, so we shall see. We shall judge for ourselves. If you guys like to learn about weird makeup products, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button to become an honorary alien styler. Today we're gonna mix together why do I always do that? We're gonna mix together two things. The first thing is this coconut oil powder. Now, if you guys have been on my channel for a while, then you know how much I love my coconut oil. This has the same benefits as coconut oil, except this is of course in powder form, and you can mix this into things like smoothies to thicken up the texture. We're gonna use that to kind of make our product a little creamier and thicker today. The second thing you will need is either eyeshadow or mica powder. Now, this is the first time I'm actually showing this on my channel. Mica powder is a cosmetic grade, lip safe powder that you can use to pretty much pigment anything like makeup or bath and body products. So it's a really cool, versatile thing. Both of these things are off of Amazon as usual. I'm like a major Amazon lover. And finally, you will need some kind of a container to mix your ingredients into. There's like no specific measurement that I'm going to use here. Honestly, I feel like making makeup is a lot like cooking sometimes. Like you just kind of get the hang of things. Like whenever I make my EOS videos, for example, I kind of always just wing the amounts of oil and beeswax. You just kind of learn over time. Coconut oil powder smells a little like yogurt. It tastes sweet, it actually tastes kind of nice. So unlike me, you might want to use something like a spoon to measure out your ingredients as opposed to an X-Acto knife. Adding a couple scoops of the coconut powder. This looks like it would be about a teaspoon worth. Next, we're gonna go ahead and add our choice of mica. I'm not sure which one to use. Should we have purple lips today? The cool thing about mica powder is you don't really need a ton of it. Eyeshadow is pretty strong as well, but mica powder in particular is extra pigmented. It's extra concentrated. Mixing that up. So because this coconut oil powder is water soluble, what I'm going to do is ever so slightly wet my lips to make it possible for the coconut oil to melt and add like a creamier, oilier texture. I don't think that's how the RiRe powder works, but this is homemade, alright? I would recommend applying this with your fingers because that way the heat from your fingers will help the coconut oil blend out and melt down a little bit more. That reminds me of the episode of SpongeBob. Alright guys, that is the powder. Holy moly! Wow! What do you guys think? In the least creepiest way. I'm gonna let this dry for a couple seconds and see if it transfers to our skin because I think that's pretty important. It dries pretty quickly. Is this something that you would want to try out? Do you think it's kind of a cool, interesting product, or do you think it's dumb? I don't know. So this is what it looks like. I feel very space age right now. It's pretty cool. You can also use this as blush, and I have actually used it as blush before. It works really well. You might be asking yourselves, is the coconut oil powder really necessary? I'm actually gonna go ahead and insert a clip of me showing you guys the swatches. So here's the dry mica on its own. Here's the dry ingredients together. Here is the wet mica on its own, and the wet ingredients together. So as you can see, the coconut oil powder helps make it possible for the color to show up better and also helps it last longer. You can wash it off with soap and water with just a little extra scrubbing. If you guys want to stay connected, you can find all my social media information in the description box below. And if you guys ever get bored, I go live on YouNow every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern time where we can webcam and chat, and it's really cool. I also snap daily, so you guys can kind of follow me along on there and also share your lives with me. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I love you to the moon, and I will see you soon. Keep styling. Say bye, Frederick. Goodbye.